It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Right away, they'll change the look. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second and 10. And now Love going to change things up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A short throw to Musgrave. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing. Love. Open man. He's got Reed. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now they'll shift things around. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. They just do get the play off. Love going to throw it. A short throw to Musgrave. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now 3rd down and 7. Up the middle, Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 4th down, Love. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Duvernay in motion. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Jackson. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Love from the gun. Musgrave's got it outright. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, Love.
The short throw to Musgrave.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. Love, he's going to change the play here. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Back to throw again.
A check down here to Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now they'll change things up.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Love with a give to Dillon.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Love. Under pressure, they got him again. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing is Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now he's flushed out left. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
Watch 36 tonight. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, report. Line 36. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Love.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Love looking to throw it. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this 1st half.
Time for a break. back. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. It's deep for Duvernay. It's caught inside the 25. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson now. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Duvernay in motion. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Duvernay. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. A pitch comes to Dobbins. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the defense says they have it. They do. 1 play into the ball game, an early turnover. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Following the interception, Love. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins taking it in from the 20. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy and let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Love now. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner, look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards.
And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Love.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, Love wants to shift things around.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
An inside give to Jones.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll audible to something else. Love now on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I think think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside of the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make 2nd down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
Second down. Love. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On play action. Love to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Love. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Love. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Play action. It's Jackson. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
It's deep for Duvernay.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
55 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.